This is our first official off-season Bears video, and that is sad, especially since this weekend is the NFC Championship, everybody. What a week it's been, and flurry of activity has come at us from the Chicago Bears on our way out the 2025 season. I think it's officially time to say that the 2026 season has begun, Nika.
Of course.
And Ben Johnson pretty much closed the door shut on everything at the closing press conference Wednesday and said that there's no carryover, folks. This is a brand new season, and the slate is clean, I guess, essentially, as to where the Bears go from here. And they have a lot of hard pressing questions coming up because this is a very important window for the Bears, Nika. This is Super Bowl. It's got to be on the front of your mind right now with Caleb Williams still on his rookie contract. And when I look at the 2025 Chicago Bears team, my thought for improvement immediately just goes right to the defensive line. There was just too many Sundays and Thursday nights and Monday nights throughout the season where there was just no pass rush. I just feel like it's really hard to judge the back seven of your defense and how good they really truly are without any pass rush at all. And just too many Sundays we saw very little to no pass rush.
Yes.
And this has to be a focus in the offseason. And look, it's not just us saying this. Everybody is saying this, folks. Not to steal a line or anything from anybody, but now I'll turn my attentions right away to this article, which came out yesterday, Thursday, January 22nd, from Pro Football Focus, written by Mason Cameron. And he did a little write-up on the best landing spots for the 10 highest graded free agents on defense. So these players had the highest grades in the past season, and the Bears obviously need help on the defensive line at the edge rushing position, and Trey Hendrickson is shown in the photo here in his Bengals uniform and actually gets a little mention with Dennis Allen in the blurb here underneath the main headline photo. It says Trey Hendrickson could reunite with Dennis Allen. Despite an injury-shortened 2025 campaign, Hendrickson still profiles as one of the most impressive pass rushers on the market this offseason. Across the past 3 seasons, he ranks in the top 5 at his position in PFF pass rush grade on true pass sets, 92.5. So here you have a highly rated edge rusher who's going to be a free agent, but also coming off of a injury-plagued season. And he's also, 32 years old, I believe.
Yes.
So when you scroll down further into this article from Pro Football Focus, it lists edge Trey Hendrickson, Cincinnati Bengals, 89.8. Best landing spot, Chicago Bears. And there's just a couple little paragraphs here. I'm going to read them and then we'll talk about it. While the Bears found success with Montez Sweat, their edge pass rush rotation was otherwise limited, as no other edge rusher with at least 100 pass rush snaps posted a pass rush win rate above 10%. Ooh. Ultimately, Chicago finished just 29th in pressure rate, 31.1%. during the regular season. Now, that's pretty low. That's third to last, everybody. This highlighting the need for a game-breaking presence off the edge. Reuniting Hendrickson with his former defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, makes sense. So here you have a player coaching history as a feather in the cap. It says again, despite an injury-shortened 2025 campaign, Hendrickson profiles as one of the most impressive pass rushers on the market this offseason. Across the past 3 seasons, he ranks in the top 5 at his position in PFF pass rush grade on true pass sets, 92.5, and stands as one of just 6 edge rushers with a pass rush win rate above 20%. So yeah, that's a big jump from less than 10 by the Bears on everyone else to above 20, as you can probably do the math yourselves out there. But boy, oh boy, this one I'm torn on, honestly. You know, I think there's a lot to like about Trey Hendrickson, and ultimately, if that's who the Bears wind up getting to solve their pass rushing problems, I think it will probably have a high success rate of working out at least next year.
Okay.
But the age is a concern for me. I got to be honest when it comes to other options out there, potentially, including the draft. If you got the money to spend on it, that's one thing. But I think the Bears are going to have to clear some money in order to get some money to go sign other players potentially. And, you know, we don't even know what the salary cap is going to be set at yet in the NFL, though a lot of people predict it's going to be around $300 million.
Okay.
So I don't know how much money the Bears are going to have to spend on what is, in my view, a highly priced free agent that you're going to have to get.
Can you get a draft, edge rusher, and a free agent?
Well, yeah,
in the same position?
Yeah, I mean, you can stock up. I think if they got an edge rusher in free agency like Trey Hendrickson, for example, then it would maybe push the need to a lower round in the draft as opposed to maybe a first or a second rounder.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah, that's where I guess I land on that. It's like whatever you don't get in free agency, you kind of have to plug in with the draft.
Okay.
I'm just concerned about age. There's also trade rumors out there, and we're going to address those in a separate video in a little bit. But there are options that they could get, like a Max Crosby in a trade. It's just what do we have to give up to get it, and how many first-round futures. You know, we saw what Micah Parsons is worth, so think along those lines. And while we're at it, if you want maybe to try and pry Myles Garrett away from the Cleveland Browns and they decide to blow up the entire franchise and just start fresh, then what's that going to cost you? Because if they're doing that, they're going to want like probably 8 draft picks in return or something.
That's a lot to give up.
I'm being sarcastic and over exaggerating, but I'm saying it's going to cost you a lot of either draft capital or free agent money to fix this problem for the Bears, and they need to fix it. Like we said, they're in a short window here to win a Super Bowl with Caleb Williams' rookie contract. I think Pro Football Focus here makes a compelling argument for Trey Hendrickson to be a huge free agent target for the Bears. The 32 years old and coming off of an injury-plagued season does scare me. We can't afford to have this guy miss half the season with injury if we bring him in, and we can't predict that.
No, you cannot. That's why I was asking, if you have a guy like this, would you rather go get a draft as a backup just in case?
I think when it comes to edge rushing in particular, we saw how valuable Micah Parsons can be to a team. We've seen how valuable Myles Garrett can be to the Browns. The thing about Trey Hendrickson and Myles Garrett specifically is they were taken in later rounds in the draft, 3rd and 4th rounders, you know? So, but the Micah Parsons now has set a new cost, I think, for a premium edge rusher. And it's also something I think you're just better off getting a proven NFL commodity. There's too many question marks with guys coming out of the draft. They've never faced offensive linemen like this.
That's
consistently on a daily basis. And I think that's why
you want a veteran.
Less than half of them probably make it, you know? It's the next level of talent elimination is the NFL draft, and there's a lot of guesswork involved, everybody.
Of course.
So let us know what you think. Do you think the Bears should target Trey Hendrickson for sure, or are you feeling similar to us? Does the age give you a little bit of pause for concern? Am I being too hard on a 32-year-old? I mean, I know he's not 37, but I just don't want to get stuck with a long, backloaded, expensive contract for somebody that's going to be hurt 2/3 of the time.
That's a fair argument.
So let's wait and see how this develops. In the meantime, thanks for checking this video out, and stay tuned for more Chicago Bears off-season coverage right here on the Kenikka Sports channel. Thank you so much.